If you feel the urge to rush and change everything in your home, then this episode is for you. Welcome to GA Atelier, a place where intentional design meets mindful living. I'm Gigi Asker, and I'm here with you on this journey to explore how intentional design can shape the way we live and feel, and how to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, and elevate our everyday experiences. So step into my atelier and let's intentionally design together. There's a moment that happens for a lot of us, including me, and maybe it's happening for you right now. So you've lived in your home or in your space for years. Maybe you've tolerated certain things in the space that you don't like. Maybe you've even ignored the small changes or bigger ones that, were needed to be done because, life was busy. You just didn't feel that it was urgent or even important. So if you've listened to my recent episode, we talked a lot about how to recognize the subtle signs and doing a room audit in your home to kind of see, does it need to change? Is there something that is needed there that's not happening? So then suddenly, when you go through that, when you see the signs, when you do that audit, something clicks. You notice what isn't working. And once you see it, it's now almost impossible to unsee it. You start to feel the weight of everything that no longer fits, whether it's in one room or multiple spaces, big or small. And that's when the urge comes in, the urge to fix it all and fix it now, right away. You go from doing nothing, maybe for years, and delaying things to wanting to change everything overnight. So once you finally see that misalignment and what doesn't feel right, what doesn't look right to you, it just really feels almost unbearable to sit with it because you see it and you're in your home almost every day. It's uncomfortable to live in that space that suddenly feels wrong to you, or now is really clear that it feels wrong. And that it needs to change. And when we are uncomfortable like this, our instinct is to take action, which is great. But this is where intentional design really matters, because when we rush, we tend to reach for the most convenient or maybe trendy solution out there. And we're not really thinking through the bigger picture. And that rarely leads to a space that truly supports you and that you will love in the long term. Think about a time when you were just frustrated with a space and just made a quick decisions. Maybe you went out and bought furniture on impulse just to feel like you were moving forward, which again is great, but you want to make sure that you're moving in the right direction, because in that moment it felt good. You took action, you tried to fix something, but then you realized that it's not what you actually wanted, or it didn't even fix the problem. That's what rushing does. It gives us just a temporary relief or a solution. And there's a big difference between rushing and momentum, which I've talked about before. Rushing is, I need to change everything right now. But momentum is, I know where to start and what's the next step, and I can start to move in the right direction. So rushing is being a little impatient and making decisions maybe too quickly. You might actually end up slowing down because you're making wrong decisions, because you're making the decisions so quickly, or even have decision fatigue because it's just all happening so quickly that you get tired. Momentum can feel slower in the beginning, but it's more like a snowball effect. It's what creates meaningful and lasting change because you know what the bigger vision is, you know which direction you're going. So if you're in that place right now, seeing everything that feels off in your home and feeling the weight of it all, just try to resist the urge to rush. If this is something that you need maybe guidance with, then my Atelier Design Hour is the place to start, because you get clear on what needs to change first and how to get that momentum. The link is in the show notes for you to book your session. And there's also another link there if you want to join my waiting list for my new offer coming very soon. Anyway, I hope this episode inspired you to not react with quick fixes and rushed decisions and action, but with intentionality. Thank you for joining my atelier. And if you love this episode, please leave a review, and I'll see you in the next episode.